Liverpool just about finished top of the Champions League group despite losing to PSV Eindhoven 3-2, and Atalanta just about getting a result off Barcelona to make sure Liverpool come top. However, Liverpool coming top and Liverpool coming second don't make much difference to the draw, but it is nice to finish top of the first new Champions League format and creating history in Arne Slot. It would have been nice to end on a win as well, 8 out of 8, but it is what it is. We've vested some big players, and we've got a big game at the weekend against Bournemouth, so to rest those players and see a couple of players that deserved probably a chance last night get a chance. It was nice to see. We're going to talk about that game specifically, Liverpool's last night, and we're going to also talk about the other games that went on last night, what it means for the Champions League table, what it means for the next round as well, and the byes and the playoffs, and then who Liverpool could get in the last 16. So Liverpool's game last night was very entertaining first half. Obviously, all the goals came in the first half. The second half was much more of a sort of see out sort of thing for both sides. I thought PSV was expected. I expected PSV to play well. I did predict a 2-2 in the live preview, so I expected this sort of game. PSV came out flying as well, and we're really good in attack. Bakayoko, also the guy that everyone's looking at as well, because there was talk about Bakayoko and Liverpool in terms of the links. This guy, I think I was looking at Bakayoko to be like the Salah replacement at some point, like maybe an understudy, and then into replacing Salah at some point. But last night it certainly did catch the eye last night, and also the Pepe. Is it Ricardo Pepe up front for PSV? I think he was very good as well. So they're a very attacking side. I expected them to be attacking. I expected to be goals. Liverpool had much changed side. Andy Robertson at centre back threw me. You saw that live on the preview. I was doing the live preview for when the team news came out. That absolutely threw me. But and it showed. It absolutely showed. And yes, we did have second teamers last night. A couple of youngsters, French players. I'm gonna praise the ones that deserve praising. But one thing I will always be on here on Talking Reds is being real, and we get praised about having like this amazing squad depth and this and that. There's no don't worry about last night. There's nothing. It was a dead rubber game. It will come top anyway, so it doesn't matter. But really, got to look at it at a realistic point of view as well. Like there is players that Arne Slot doesn't trust, and there's a reason why he doesn't trust them. And we're starting to see that in the games that they're playing now. And there is honest worries there. And if someone like Gravenberch should get injured, touch wood, he don't get injured, we could be in serious trouble. One player I do want to shout out last night was James McConnell. I thought he was sensational. Certainly a youngster that I'll be looking to higher up in the possible, maybe above Endo, if I'm honest, in terms of looking at a first team. I thought he was very impressive on the ball. His half turns was just confident. I love confident players like that have hardly played any minutes, but coming to a first team Champions League game like that and breathe confidence. I love a player like that, and that's what I saw that of Gravenberch at Ajax, and that's why I wrote an article on Gravenberch at Ajax, because when he was at Ajax, because I thought the confidence and the sheer ability of this guy, I love it, that at the age that he was at Ajax. And he's now showing at Liverpool what he is capable of. And I saw quite similar. I'm not saying it's going to be Gravenberch level, McConnell, but I saw quite similar in terms of the confidence alone. Chiesa is just so happy for Chiesa. And you can tell he wants to be at Liverpool. You can tell he cares. I love his work rate. I love his energy. I love his passion. And that got the first goal. His energy is not willing to give up. He did well to take on the play in the first place, but he also lost the ball. But then he thought, no, I'm running this, and he got there first, got the penalty, and fair play to him. I thought Chiesa was sensational night. Again, it was the reason for the second goal as well. Terrific shot, parried out to Harvey Elliott. But yeah, Chiesa was just. I'm so glad he got 90 minutes as well for him personally, as well as for us, because he could be an absolute key player. If we want to go win this league this season, or the Champions League, for example, he could be a key player in going forward if he's available. It's just all if he's available. He's a sensational player. On his day, like for Italy and for Juventus, on his day was, going up to the world class level. I don't think he's been at the world class level yet, but I think he needs more consistency to that. But that comes through being available as well, really, for Chiesa. But I was so happy that Chiesa did that. Harvey Elliott, I did actually tweet last night about Harvey Elliott after he scored the goal. I thought he's come back brilliantly since his injury. But last night, since his goal, he didn't really do much. It was a rebound goal, but you got to be there in the right place, right time. It's all about movement. It's all about anticipation, and that's exactly what he did. He anticipated the ball to come out to him, and good finish in the end. But he was disappointed for the rest of the game. But a few of them were disappointing. Endo disappointing. Kwanzaa, I don't know what's happened to Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa last season, at one point in the season, took over Kanate for that centre back spot. Kanate obviously had the injury problems and he dropped off a little bit, and Kwanzaa was playing at a level that deserved to be above Kanate at that point. And now we're looking at Kwanzaa thinking it's just Slot clearly doesn't trust him, and we're not seeing good performances from him. And another one that worried me last night was Conor Bradley. And yes, another player that hasn't been playing, needs to get regular game time to say anything about it. But if we're going to lose Trent Alexander-Arnold, that quality and drop-off needs to not be that big. And it hasn't been with Conor Bradley. He's been sensational when he has come in. Last night, I'm just hoping that was just a bad game for him. Write it off. But you can see the quality when Trent comes on, regardless of he can't defend or whatever everyone wants to say, because he can defend. He's just not an elite defender. But whatever you go forward, whatever Trent brings to the game, we don't get that when he's not on the pitch. And that is a big, big worry going forward. If we used to lose Trent, which is most unlikely right now, but if we lose Trent, Salah and Van Dijk, the lack of quality we're dropping off there is huge. And it's going to be hard to replace just like that. So there is, and people, I've seen it on Twitter today, I've seen people saying, it's only a dead rubber game. It don't mean out. We're still top of the league. There is genuine worries there, and if you don't want to talk about them, then that's absolutely fine. But on Talking Reds, we will address everything. We'll see the great things, and we'll talk about the great things, but we'll also address the things that worry us and the things that need addressing. And that is, and Robbo's not a centre back either, but. And that's another area where we're going to worry about is the left back position, and because it could cost us points, it could cost us games, it could cost us the league, and that's the truth. That's the truth of it. We don't want it to cost us the league. We want to win the league. We want to win as many trophies as we can. We want to win the Champions League, and we don't want the lack of just investment just to hold us back again, like it has done before. So we'll have a little scout over the other games last night as well. Aston Villa did get the job done in the end. I did say Aston Villa will take that top 8 spot, which they did. One thing that did shock me last night was AC Milan. Now, that was a shock result. I did expect Atalanta to come out of the top 8 because I didn't think they'd beat Barcelona, which I said in the preview, and I said in the Champions League talk that we did the other day. I said Aston Villa will take over Atalanta. But what I didn't expect was that AC Milan to drop out of the top 8, and they ended up losing to Dynamo Zagreb away. They did get a send-off, and Lille absolutely battered Feyenoord 6-1. And instead of AC Milan being in the top 8, Lille took over as well as Aston Villa taking over. So the two teams that did drop out was AC Milan and Atalanta, both Italian sides, and were replaced by Lille and Aston Villa, who are automatically through now. So the teams that are automatically through, Liverpool, Barcelona, top 2. Arsenal, again, got a good win away to Girona. That was a very good win. They've got a very good record in the Champions League this season. Again, I expected that from Arsenal. I think Arsenal are up there in terms of have got a chance of winning the Champions League. I've got to say that. Liverpool, Barcelona, Arsenal, Inter Milan, top 4. Atletico Madrid, Bayer Leverkusen, Lille, and Aston Villa will all get a bias to the last 16. So they will miss the playoff rounds. So the other teams that went through: Atalanta, Borussia Dortmund, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, AC Milan, PSV Eindhoven, PSG, Benfica, Monaco, Stade Brest, Feyenoord, Juventus, Celtic, Manchester City, and Sporting Lisbon. And Club Brugge. Club Brugge did go through despite losing. I did say that could happen, depending on other results. So yeah, Club Brugge did go through. Good for them. It's just a shame they didn't knock Man City out because it was close, wasn't it? It was absolutely close. When Club Brugge went 1-0 at half time, I thought, there's no way they're getting knocking Man City out. This is hilarious. And then just the inevitable happened in the end, didn't it? By the way, that's fucking... Was it the equaliser that Man City scored? That keeper, what was he doing? What was he doing? That Club Brugge keeper. I think it was the Kovacic goal. It was because Kovacic ran through the middle, good run, but the defenders watched him do it, and then it was a good shot. But the keeper, I don't understand what it's like he let it in. It was weird. It was very weird. But Man City are through to the playoffs. So what does that mean for the draw tomorrow and what who could get who? Liverpool will obviously get the teams in 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th. So the teams that they are PSG, Benfica, Monaco, or Brest. They're the 4 teams. Sorry, that we can get in the Champions League draw in the last 16, depending on how they play against each other and who goes through. So obviously PSG would be the favourites to do that, to get through, and also depending on the draw against. I mean, there's 3 French teams there. So Liverpool, the odds are we're going to France away at some point in the last 16. That's the odds. We could, like I said, we could get Benfica, which is not an easy draw either. But I think looking at the semi-finals as well, we've got a favourable draw, a very favourable draw. Let's look at this now. So on our side of the draw, so we could obviously face Monaco, Brest, PSG, or Benfica. On our side of the draw, we could be getting Sporting Lisbon, Club Brugge, Atalanta, Dortmund, Lille, Aston Villa, and potentially Barcelona. Is it Barcelona on our side of the draw? I think Barcelona are actually on our side of the draw. Looking at this, I thought we were supposed to meet them until the final, but according to this draw, it looks like that we could face Barcelona possibly in the semi-finals, which is not ideal. But I think it is a favourable draw. I think we're missing the likes of, there's no Real Madrid on our side of the draws, no Man City, no Arsenal, no Bayern Munich, which is good. The hardest teams on our side of the draw is Barcelona, Dortmund, PSG. Potentially Aston Villa, depending on how Aston Villa do. I think they played well last night. They got the win last night despite going 2-2 from 2-0 up. But yeah, I think Aston Villa would be a funny one. So the other side of the draw would be Celtic, Man City, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich would come up against Atletico or Leverkusen. And then Feyenoord, Juventus, AC Milan or PSV will come up either against Arsenal or Inter Milan. We could potentially get AC Milan derby. Arsenal Juventus be an interesting one if that were to happen. Real Madrid Man City would be very, very interesting. Real Madrid interest. So whoever wins between Celtic and Man City, Real Madrid and Bayern Munich would go against the winners of that to face then Atletico or Leverkusen. So there is like 4 games until we play, really, essentially, which is quite a lot of games for other teams. And we get a rest, which is brilliant for us. And we also play Man City on that course when they've got potentially Bayern Munich or Real Madrid as well. So that's also good for us in terms of the league. So yeah, it was a dramatic night, a very, very dramatic night. City were going out at one point half time, and then they got the equaliser early on the second half. The bigger winners last night were Lille and Aston Villa getting top 8. The biggest losers, obviously, AC Milan and who else dropped out? Atalanta and AC Milan dropping out. And also, I think Stuttgart ended up dropping out, didn't they, of the top 24? Zagreb won, yes. Stuttgart ended up dropping out, getting battered by PSG at home. So for Liverpool, in terms of going through, PSG is going to be the one that we don't really want, but possibly will get. Which is... Yeah, we could possibly get PSG, which I'm not really... But I think we can beat anyone. We certainly have issues that need addressing, but Liverpool Football Club are a full team and raring to go. We can beat anyone in this competition. But PSG and Barcelona being on our side is a difficult one to get to the final, but it is what it is. You've got to beat the best to be the best in this Champions League. You've got to be the best in Europe to be the best in Europe, and that's what it is. If we've got a favourable draw in terms of getting potentially Benfica, Monaco or Brest, but hopefully we do avoid PSG in that round 16. But tomorrow I will be doing a reaction to the draw as well. As soon as the draw's done, I'll try to get the reaction up. If I can do it live, I'll do it live. But yeah, depending on things, if I get time to do it, I'll get time to do it. But I will be doing a reaction tomorrow on the draw. Later on today, we also got some news coming out tonight as well. I'm hoping to get another interview done today as well for the 1,000 Liverpool fans to be interviewed for Talking Reds. That is a challenge where we set ourselves up. We've done one interview already, so we've got 999 left. If you want to be part of that 999, let me know. Just let me know in the DMs. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the email. Just let me know if you want to be part of that 999. That is to be interviewed as a Liverpool fan. But yeah, Champions League it is. I mean, it was a different Champions League this time. Eight games, one league table. But Liverpool came top of it despite losing last night, and we are in the driving seat to win the lot. Let's go win the lot. We're not. We've got Tottenham in a couple of weeks as well in the Carabao Cup, which we need to overturn. Plymouth in the FA Cup as well in a couple of weeks. So we are technically on a quadruple, but I'll say it quietly. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and have a great day, guys.